Hello and welcome back to episode 17 of MotoGP Career Mode in MotoGP. We have a double red flag session, race as you see here, absolutely insane. Then we come onto the race and it's a bit of a fight. We did not get a strong qualifying, but we pulled through, we made lots of moves here, picking our way through the pack on the Hondas and claiming ourselves a pretty well-deserved second place here, surprisingly to our teammate, surprise of the season, Nico Carraro. Okay, let's jump down into the episode. We are at the Moto Grand Prix of Japan, into the qualifying session here. Now, it's a very fun track, it's a very stop and go track. We've seen that there can be a lot of success that riders can have here, so we do want to consider how that is going to turn out. Come into the first couple of corners, very easy to get yourself unsettled here, but we need to try and get as much speed onto this mini straight here in the first sector. Coming into a very hard braking point, it's a bit of a blind corner, quite a tight corner, very easy to lose the front if you have not got yourself covered there. Coming in nice and close to the curb in turn 4 and just coming out to near the curb on the exit of 4 just to try and keep a smooth, consistent line, maintain that speed. We definitely need that with these little Moto 3 bikes. Or we're a bit deep into turn 5, I would prefer to be closer to the apex there, but let's see if we can make it work. Coming now through the 130R corner into turn 7, very nice complex here into the S curve. Now we're going to get onto the brakes a bit more here into the V corner. We're deep into V corner, but can we hold the speed going out? Down another little mini straight here. Into turn 10, the hairpin curve. Now we've got to try and wind our way back on the power, down this back straight, down the hill into a pretty much 90-degree right-hander. Squeezing 6th gear here on the little Moto 3 machine. Down into the 90-degree corner. Aptly named. Into this final section here of turn 12, 13 and 14. A change of direction, the flick there can sometimes catch you out. Back onto the power now and across the line. Let's see what we're able to do. A 154.427, so we're still 1.1 off. So it's a little bit of a gap here. Let's see if we can maintain a pace around this second lap to see if we can get anything more. Struggling with my words here. Carraro is in first with a 153.599, so that is very good from our teammate. Have not seen that all season, but very happy for him here in MotoGP. We've got a little bit more pace. We're 0.3 off, so we could bring ourselves maybe by the end of this lap into the top 10, ideally. I was hoping that we'd be on the front 2 rows, but looks like the championship has some other plans in place for us here. Ooh, I have not thought about the fuel on this one. 0.4. We're pretty much just over halfway of a complete lap here, so hopefully we can keep the fuel in the tank and cross the line for a full lap time. And there's not much in it. We're getting bits and pieces here and there, but is it going to be enough to catapult us up the timing tower into the hairpin curve? We're a lot more aggressive in. Do we maintain that on the way out? We do slightly 0.6 off in the third sector. Coming down into the 90-degree corner. Oh, we are on 0 fuel. We are out of fuel. As we get on the power, done. It's done. I thought maybe we could cheat it and get our way out of it. But no, we haven't managed to do that. Can we get ourselves to pit lane to refuel and hopefully go for another run? I don't think we are. I think this is it. Nope. That's all she can do. We're done. We're done here, folks.
As we take a look at
okay, so in qualifying, Carraro got first, Detweiler second, and Nepper third. We're starting down in 15th. So this is a bit of a mid-pack challenge here. Not exactly where we want it to be. but let's see what we can do in this race here in Motegi from 15th on the grid. Okay, let's jump down into the race here. And we've had a little bit of a bad start. That is not what we wanted. Oh, we've gone into the back of Cormac Buchanan there. Oh, we're also caught on the outside of Cormac Buchanan. We've got really mired up in the pack. Going to cut back to that inside line, trying not to run into Scott Ogden there. Going to mix up some paint with that CRP Green Power machine. On the brakes on the outside, hoping that we don't catch a stray of one of the riders falling on the inside there. We're going to cut back on this inside line. This is a very big scrap here, and we're just fighting to get our way back into the positions that we started with. Costly with that error of Buchanan. We're going straight through on Keeles there. Thankfully, we did not take him out, but we were very, very liberal on our use of the brakes there into turn 5. Whoa, very far out on the curbs there. Thankfully not on the grass and ending our race. Currently up in 12th following Ralston and Kelso. So a little bit of an Aussie gang forming here. Let's see if we can get our way to this front group. Because if we can get our way back into this front group, we could get ourselves in for a recovery position in the podium. Trying to crouch onto the back of our fellow Australian riders here of Kelso and Ralston. Ralston's got a little bit wide there. We're going to sit up and block past him. Let's see if we can get the slipstream now on Kelso. Absolutely going through the gears as much as we can on these little Moto3 machines. Desperately down the gears now into the 90 degree corner. Try and see if we can get a bit of a run on Kelso here. Oh, Kelso's gone down, and so are a few others. That is a red flag. I repeat, that is a red flag. And Munoz has also crashed down ahead of us. So that is a red flag. Let's jump into the restart race there. Whew, let's just collect our thoughts a little bit from that hectic red flag. Okay, let's gather ourselves back into the race start here. There's quite a few riders missing. We're off the line. I can't tell. Oh, it's not such a great start here, but we've also got Buchanan ahead of us again. So let's try not get caught up in another incident with Buchanan. Oh, we've got Fernandez there. He is eager to get through. We were unable to pull back to the inside, so Fernandez was able to get through, and so was Yamanaka. Going around the outside of Fernandez here, very bold move, something that we haven't been able to do consistently in the last few rounds. We're going to undercut. Undercut here, we're also pushing Buchanan out to the curbs, giving him a little bit of his own medicine from that first race restart. Oh, very tough move on the inside of Ralston and Scott Ogden. We did end up running a bit wide. So we'll take the track limits warning there for that one. I believe we're incident for that pass. That would be acceptable. It was a leery lunge. This time we're trying to get a different line. We're really pushing the boundaries of what we can do at this Motegi circuit to try and make up time as quick as we can here. Trying to get into the slipstream of Ogden. He's looking for a strong top 10 finish here. Again, we can just nab on the inside of the AI there into the hairpin curve. And that's going to give us a little bit of a run here on Munoz, but Ogden has the slipstream. We're braking late into the 90 degree corner. Quite late actually, we're running a little bit out wide. Okay, now let's see if we can get into the tail of Munoz. And it looks like the AI have gone and crashed again here. That's putting us right behind Tahir Batakwan Barathri. But that's a red flag. Okay, race restart again for the third time. This time we're going to run with the mediums, or are we going to switch to the soft? Let's switch to the soft. We may as well give ourselves the opportunity to do that.
The official.
Okay, we're still starting 15th, so we haven't been regaining any of those positions, but it will recalculate, yep, back to 9th. Now Buchanan has also made it through the treacherous Motegi restarts here. This time we've got a lot cleaner start. We're already in 10th here, giving ourselves a really good opportunity to catch up to this main group here. Oh, very, very eager on the brakes there. Do we manage to make a few positions? We make one. We're able to undercut, get the slipstream on Barazri and also Keyless. This time can we make a clean move down into turn 5? We're still a little bit deep, but we managed to hold it. Keyless is on the inside. We will have to watch. We're going to try and tough it around the outside of Keyless here and hold as much as we can. Oh, that is no, is that Ogden or Detwheeler? Detwheeler is down. That puts us into 5th here. With a few moves to make here on Foggia, Nepa and Frassato, the home crowd favourite, or one of the home crowd favourites. Actually, no, I believe he would be the home crowd favourite other than Resai Yamanaka, but Yamanaka, I don't know if they've made the restart. So we can see that Carraro has got a lot of pace here, which is very interesting because we don't seem to be finding that same pace on our own bike. So we probably have turned the AI up here, which is good because it makes a bit more interesting race, gives it a bit more of a challenge. Whoa, Foggia was almost down there, but it gives us the opportunity just to creep up onto the rear tyre of Foggia, who, based on those little indicators, are not too happy with us. Getting a little moment there for Foggia coming into turn 1, but we go outside of turn 2, we lose quite a bit of drive there. We're able to gain again on the brakes into turn 3. We do want to be careful as our front tyre will wear into that corner. We do not want to risk having a low side. You can see that we're really gaining on the rear tyre of Foggia here, giving ourselves ample opportunity to make a pass and make our way towards those podium positions. Certainly a bit smoother on those brake inputs in and trying to take some more sweeping lines. We aren't taking the ideal line, but we are taking alternative lines. Give us a little bit more speed here as we're trying to get into the slipstream of Foggia on the Aspar bike there. Looking to that inside, we know that he's going to run a little bit deep. He will get a better run down the back straight, but that's the only way we're going to be able to sacrifice to make a position there, fully expecting that Foggia is going to come back on the inside. Let's try and block him into 190. We're going to pull to the outside, sorry. And we do manage to defend quite easily there. I thought Foggia was going to sneak a wheel on the inside. And I was hoping that maybe he would take an ambitious dive and go for it. Oh, there's been a crash. Keyless is out. Oh, Yamanaka is in this race, my bad. Carraro fastest lap. Oh, but that is superseded by us with 153.629. So we are on fire here, both the River Cold team. I don't know if they're still called snipers. Probably not called snipers anymore, but we are on fire at this stage in the race, and we are catching on Nepa and Frassato into turn 3. Trying to keep this as best we can. Still quite confidently ahead of Fernandez in the core objectives here, so that is also good. We're very deep, but so did Nepa and Frassato have a moment clipping the curb there, so hopefully that minimises any advantage they would have had over us. But they are still 5 tenths ahead, 7 tenths ahead now. They're engaging in quite a good battle, so we kind of want Nepa and Frassato to have a bit more of a battle here, because it's going to bring us straight back into their battle for second. Oh, a bit of a twitch on the rear there just as we got off the power, switching on to the brakes. Just a little bit unsettled as the weight transferred from rear to the front. Okay, we're really trying to push to get into this bubble here, the slipstream here. We have broken Foggia behind us, but we are needing to keep up with Nepa and Frassato. dive into the 90 corner. A bit of a twitch there. Oh, I thought we were going to go down. I thought that was going to be lights out here at Motegi, but Nepa and Furusato are starting to... Oh, Foggy has gone down. We've also had a track cut. I got a bit distracted by the battle happening with Stefano Nepa and Furusato there. Excuse me for the jumbling of words. Okay, maybe we can bring ourselves, with 2 laps to go, back into this second place battle, which could give us a few more vital points in the championship. Yes, we've closed right onto the back of Nepa here. This is impressive. This is what we need. We need power, to reference Jeremy Clarkson there. Oh, he's set up a little bit. We've got to the inside. There we go. We have brushed shoulders, but we managed to keep the inside here. Now we've got to focus, put a gap between ourselves and Nepa, and try and get right onto the back tyre of Taia Furusato, one of the home favourites here. He has had a little bit of a moment on the curbs. We're able to catch in that change of direction. This is thrilling in one sense. There's not a huge amount of passing, but it is a very interesting race in terms of strategy. We've lost a little bit there to Furusato. We're not going to be able to make the same move into the the turn 10 here, which we have been making most of the races where we've been strongest at making our moves. We know that we're a little bit vulnerable on the top speed end of things here, but we've managed to hold on to Furusato okay. I thought he was going to pull away a little bit more. We're going to go for a move into the 90R, the 90-degree corner, not 90. Oh, we've wiped. That was not exactly the move I wanted to make. It wasn't the cleanest move, but we did get that done. Apologies to Furusato there. It wasn't exactly the move I would have liked to have made, but the opportunity was presented. We've jumped on it. Nepa has now also got through on Furusato, and he's looking to have his piece of this battle. Oh, Yamanaka has now crashed out on the penultimate lap, or just before the penultimate lap. So now we're in a position where we're having to defend against Nepa and Furusato here, knowing that we're not so strong in that last sector, so we will have to try and exploit the best time that we can in the places where we know we are strong. Ooh, Nepa's still looking to make a move there. Very eager to get that second place. Okay, it's 2/10 between ourselves, just under 2/10 between ourselves and Nepa. There's been a crash in Sector 3, not entirely sure who that is. We've had a bit of a moment there. This could leave us open to attack into Turn 10. Thankfully, we know we are stronger into Turn 10 than the AI. Oh, but that didn't stop Nepa having a little bit of a show of the front wheel there. This is more what I'm concerned about. If he's right on our tail down this straight, he's going to have a pretty good entry point into the 90-degree corner. He's still right there. Do we manage to hold it? We do. I'm a little bit impressed with that. I thought we were going to be a lot weaker than Nepa here. Just a clip on the curbs there. Track limits warning for Carraro. And we're managing to hold our position here in second place. Not by much at all, but still managed to do it. It's lap 6 of 6. We've got Nepa right on our tail, so we've got a different kind of pressure than we're used to in these races, instead of the pressure being applied from the front. Normally by us, we've had a wiggle on the rear there that's brought Nepa straight back into our slipstream. Got to do some very good defensive riding like Acosta in Mandalika in 2025, trying to make this Moto3 machine as wide as possible. It's not necessarily now about being the faster rider, as I think Nepa is probably faster at this stage, but it's about being able to defend ourselves. Ooh, Nepa went for a little bit of a dive, but we were able to bring it back to the apex that time. So it's not necessarily about being the faster rider, it's just about being able to hold the line and keep ourselves ahead and make it very hard for the rider behind to pass. Because at this stage, Carraro's won this race. He's been the person with the best pace all weekend. He's just taken the race straight from the get-go. He's been the leader. He's absolutely made himself clear that he is the champion here, very Pecco-like in that regard, that Pecco just absolutely dominated Motegi as well. We have a little bit of twitch on the rear, a little bit wide. Nepa is still there, so we're not completely absolved of any responsibility of Nepa, as we did pull away from him in the second half of the lap, coming into the last third of the lap. Nepa's there. Is he going to take a lunge? We're going to have to take the normal line and just... Oh, okay. I thought that Nepa was going to take a full lunge there, as we did on Furusato early in the race, which Furusato has dropped to 5th, so there has been a bit of a pace drop for Furusato. We're going to come across the line for second, a 1-2 for ourselves and our teammate. Whew, that was a different kind of race here in Motegi. Okay, so the final results were Nicola from ourselves, from Nepa, Piastri, Furusato, Buchanan, Almanza, Fernandez, Riate, O'Shea, Lanetta, and Yamanaka. Oh, we did remount for 12th in the race. So quite a few bits and pieces of interesting information. Quite an interesting race, in all honesty. 2 red flags, lots of things jumping all over the place. Riders' Championship, we are still leading by 128 points from Fernandez, Munoz, Piqueras, then Rueda. That rounds out the top 5. Teams Championship, we are still currently leading by 97 points over Leopard Racing. Quite surprising that Honda is leading the championship, but it is happening. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this one. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment in the videos. I've been seeing a good amount of engagement with the videos, which hopefully means you guys are enjoying the content. I enjoy making the content. I hope you guys appreciate everything, and I really appreciate the time that you've put into watching this. So stay safe, have fun, see you on the next one. Bye for now.